What is up, everybody? Good to be back. I took a little vacation into the realm of fun, and I'm back to the crypto realm. I don't know if you guys seen Sandman. I've been loving that show, so I've been kind of like vibing off of it. Anyway, today it is Monday, or MOONday, as I've dubbed it, because I've got some spiciness going on. Got some spiciness. It's good to have everybody here. Hoping we're live. Double checking quick, because it doesn't feel like we are. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Saying we're not on my end. But everything should be good. Should be good. There we go. It's live. All right, everybody. Let's jump back into the charts. So, Friday, we streamed. We had a little chirp-pow stream. Some changes. Or maybe not changes. But Bitcoin seemingly crumbling into this weekend off of Mr. Chirpow's seemingly hawkish rhetoric, I suppose, at Jackson Hole. Didn't appear too hawkish to me. I think really it comes down to they said that the aggressive rate hikes aren't over, and the markets are reading into that, right? Bitcoin down pretty substantially, breaking through support over the last few days. And let's see, down to 19.5. Good for our in-stream trade, bad for my portfolio overall, I will say that. What is the reason is probably the million-dollar question. The reason is the dollar, or the Dixie. Let's take a look at it. The Dixie, the dollar strength, DXY. We're seeing the euro taking a pounding. That continued onto Monday's open today. We actually saw 109.3 break. Does that give us a higher high? It does give us a slightly higher high, but looking at almost any time frame, that's not a super great candle. It was traded intraday above resistance, and now with 4 hours left, we've seen bears come in and start selling the dollar. We could be seeing, not confirmed, but we could be seeing that double top appear on the weekly and monthly time frames at 109.3. With that slight break, I want to say the odds of it playing out that way are coming down a little bit, just a little bit. But we're going to be keeping a close eye. You can see I have an alert set just above today's high. I highly recommend you all place that same alert. Let's get this out of the way. Guys, we got to get the likes up. We got 42 likes. We only have 140 viewing. Those are rookie numbers. We can do better. Let's get those hypes on the likes and subscribes. If this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to subscribe. We'll give you a shout out. We love to see new members join. We love to see new people getting into the charts. That's what we do all day, every day here. Shout out quick to our sponsors. We've got Bybit, Market Cipher, and Femex, industry leading exchanges and trading tools. Check them out in the link, or in the video description below. We have their links. Love them. Great platforms. Use them long before they sponsored us, and now they're keeping us going through these not as spicy times. So I appreciate them. And I wouldn't endorse them unless I believed they were quality. So there you go. Something interesting. I'm going to make a new Dixie chart simply just so we can have a little bit less on the chart here. Something catching my eye. We did look at this previously. Gonna get rid of everything. We looked at this previously, and with today's intraday high into potential sell-off here, the dollar may be showing us some signs of weakness. If we take a look at RSI, just RSI, we can see our RSI highs are coming down. That is not ideal. If you're looking for continuation, not ideal. Now, this is just on the daily time frame, and if we look into the weekly and monthly, unfortunately, I don't think we see this same thing. But what we see is a series of highs, higher highs, but we don't see RSI reflecting that, and that is the setup. As we've said for a little bit now, that's the setup for bearish divergence. So this does boil down to, is the dollar going to rip? Is it going to break through this 108 area that we plotted out many weeks ago? Finally hit it. Now it seems to be finding resistance. The next target would be about 121, the high from 2000. And if that dragon tail pattern plays out, we may see as high as 165. Now this could have huge impacts globally. We could see countries default on their debts. This isn't really a good thing no matter how you look at it, in my opinion. A strong dollar means pressure on equities. It means pressure on crypto. And to see it return to maybe 121, 165 would be really impactful for markets abroad. So hoping this bearish divergence plays out on the day. If we zoom to the week, okay, cool, nice. This is a pleasant surprise. Looking at the weekly, we also see it on the exact same time frame. We see that RSI hit its highest point on May 9th. Since then, it's put in nothing but lower highs, despite price still climbing up. Now, this might put it into perspective. This is something similar that we saw on Bitcoin on our march up. When we hit 65K and we hit 69K, we saw similar RSI divergence on our highs. While price continued to move higher, RSI didn't. This could be a pretty telling sign that maybe the dollar is running out of steam. It's going to have to really push. It's going to have to really show some strength here. We have a poll going. Smash those likes, it says, but it says today's winner. So basically, what do you guys think? Do you think the dollar will close strong or Bitcoin will close strong today? Really an A-B choice. I just wanted to mix it up. We've been doing too many of the same polls. So please vote in the poll above, smash the like button and subscribe. Engage with the stream, chat. I'm going to read the chat here today. I've been out of the charts, so hopefully I'll spend a little bit more time in chat. All of that counts as engagement, and the more engagement we get on stream, the more YouTube will show this stream to new people, so I appreciate you all. Michael Saylor said, just buy and hold forever, Joshua. He's been saying that for a while, and to his credit, yeah, it's been historically a pretty good strategy. Maybe not so much in the last year, but buying and holding, you can't cherry pick a time frame on that. If you're going to buy and hold, you got to have like a 10-year mindset and then pray that it comes through earlier than 10 years, which it probably will. I guess on the monthly, this is what I was looking for. I have no idea why RSI defaults to purple on purple, worst color scheme ever. But we can see on the monthly here, we do have a higher high. So I guess that double top, in my kind of view, would be invalidated. However, we have seen, let's look at Bitcoin. People are calling that double top. 65K and 69K, those aren't the same values, yet we're saying they're a double top. We could be experiencing something like that here on the monthly. We only have 2 days and 5 hours, and this is why I think it's extra spicy, is the clock is running out. The dollar's got to make a move. If it doesn't make a move, this monthly candle is not so bullish despite pushing up. A close above even 109, I think, spells for continuation. And the monthly is really the only time frame where we're not seeing potential bearish divergence play out. I think that is really where my eyes are right now, is the dollar is in the pilot seat. Are we going to see into next month more hawkish talk, more chirpow coming through? Probably. So we'll see. It is a spicy setup. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Today for the Bitcoin chart, on the daily, we were looking back here, what was it, August 19th, and we were saying we have potential for bullish divergence. We had not broken our previous July low, yet our RSI, if I have it on this chart, I think I might not have anything on this chart. Pull this up. Our RSI, I'm also going to throw a market cipher on there because, of course, I got to have my baby B. Market cipher, RSI, boom. We did not hold it because we had a lower low in RSI right here on the 19th. We did not break our price low, and so we're saying, hey, we could have some bullish divergence there, but we're going to need to see a reversal. As you guys probably are aware, we did not see that strength come through. We didn't see price really move up. It didn't really reverse. We had a little bit of green and then 5 days of literally just sideways consolidation. That wasn't what we were looking for. That sucks. So we can move the goalpost, as you'll find in trading. Moving the goalpost is quite common. We can say, all right, well, we have a new low that we'd be looking at just under 19K, and we have pushed lower on RSI. So we could be seeing, despite the failed setup before, we could be seeing it play out again with this low. So far in the day, despite the dollar showing strength before selling off, we're seeing Bitcoin move up, and we are currently in a bullish engulfed daily. Market Cipher B weighing in here saying you're in negative money flow after a brief visit into positive, maybe 2 weeks or so. We are seeing momentum. Our momentum is looking to pinch. Our VWAP is pointing back up to 0, and it could be suggesting here that negative money flow or money leaving the market may be over. It's not a very solid sign yet. Here's what I'm looking for. Really quick, easy take. Here's what I'm looking for today. Let's close above $20,035. Let's get a bullish engulf. That's going to be a good setup for continuation. Now, you may also remember in our previous stream, we were looking for a little bit higher. We didn't get it. We admit our failures. We don't hide them like a lot of channels. We don't pretend like we're always right because that's not reality. We were looking for a retracement before a potential dump. We didn't get it. We're looking for about 23K. That is where many things are pointing. So we'll add those to our chart here. Our 200 weekly moving average. The big boy. The big one. Sitting right at that level. I assume. I haven't looked at it. Sitting right at that level. Yes, as predicted. Continued to move up. We can see that right here. Very close to our 618 retracement, but that move is over. So actually, we no longer are going to really use that in our analysis as the low is broken. And if anything, we're going to use it in the other direction. The 200, despite the sell-off, actually still very close to the 618, but that's not as clean as I was looking. If you look at the weekly and monthly charts, you'll see that 23.1 to 23.3, those are pivot points on the weekly and monthly. So when we had the 618 retracement and the 200 weekly sitting there all at the same price, it seemed all too good to be true. Looked like price really did want to go up to there. Didn't get it. We didn't get it. We fell lower. We actually can use our fib tool in the opposite direction and look for this. Our low broke. We use our swing low to swing high. And boom, 618 down to the 2. We actually overshot it. The 2 measured move was sitting at 19,700. And where is our low of yesterday? About 19.5. So our fib tool did put us in the right direction, but it did not give us the beautiful levels that it always does, or usually does. Not always, clearly, right? Poop. Not great, but checking in on our trade here, our live stream trade. Where did that go? Technical difficulties. Please stand by. On our Femex in-stream trade, we did hit some juicies. We did. So just, I don't like to see price go down, but when it does, it is good to be hedged, right? We have had this short open forever, it seems. It is still open, but as we had mapped out long ago, I know it seems crazy. Probably when we first placed these targets didn't seem reasonable. Now all of a sudden they're filling. We did close 100 contracts. You can see it right here. We closed 100 of our contracts at 19.9. Price did go a little bit lower, but now it's back above. That netted us a P&L of about $350. And if you've been following this trade, it has been a roller coaster. We were green in realized profits. Funding ate that away. We were at one point red in realized profits simply from funding. Now we're back in the green by about $400 unrealized and up about 60%, 56% unrealized at the moment. Funding is still heavily short, which I hate to see, because that means we're paying to keep this position open. I don't like to do that. But we don't really have any planned moves here. We don't have very planned moves. The next profit taking we're looking for on the short, or I am, not financial advice, guys. I'm just sharing with you as I go through the chart, my analysis and my thinking. You need to make your own decisions. Please don't just blindly copy what I do. It's not going to go well. There's more to a trade than simply an entry and exit and a stop loss. You can see that price is really nowhere near anything. Now, since we did take heavy profits at 19.9, we could look to add back those contracts, maybe in the 23,000 area. That might look pretty good, actually. I don't like adding below our average, so I am a little hesitant. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. I think I'm going to maybe see how today plays out, judge that. But this wick from just before we fell, I guess that was on Friday, 21, 22, looks like 21.9 or 22. That's looking pretty juicy for a retest. I could see price moving back up there simply to get sold off again. So maybe I will look to re-add some of those contracts. Maybe not. I really do want to see how the day closes on the dollar and Bitcoin. And that's going to probably give me a little more clarity as to where I want to go. Right now, I'm pretty comfortable, but with this heavy negative funding, we are... the clock's ticking. We're paying to stay open, and we're going to be eating away our realized profit every second we keep this short open. So it better move, or we better close. This is kind of how I'm looking at it. Let's see. If you're out there watching and you're not subscribed or you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so, because we need it. Background music a little loud? Yeah, no problem. Thank you for telling me. I can't tell, because in my headphones, it's always like the same volume. Is that a little bit better? I turned it up the last stream. Thank you for that. People probably tuned in and tuned right back out, like the music's too loud. What's up, John M? You're here to blindly copy? Well, I can't stop you, but I'm telling you, that's not a great idea. What's up, crypto gamer? Benny Moratasia today may tell us a lot. That's how I'm feeling. We're looking at a potential bullish engulf on Bitcoin off of a low. That's a good sign. Dixie traded strong. I don't like that chart. Dixie traded strong. I'll keep it on this one. Traded strong today, but got sold off. 4.5 hours to go. I think a close as a red candle on this daily is going to set the Dixie up for a little bit more punishment. It did break its high. It did break 109.3. So it's going to be a little harder to sell as a double top. But a double top doesn't have to be perfect. That's something that I guess I'm learning over these last few weeks, months, etc. That double tops maybe don't have to be perfect. Maybe I've been looking at them wrong. Trading in general is a journey that never ends. The learning never ends. That's why we're live here all the time. All the time. Because my journey is like yours. It's never ending. Really interesting. If we look back at when Chirpao spoke, dollar got very bullish right up into that double top potential resistance. We're seeing it sell off a little bit now. And where are we on our retracement? 0.5, not bad. 618 sitting at 108.3. What this tells me is, though the dollar does appear to have rejected from 109.3, it isn't necessarily in danger territory yet. It hasn't been sold off hasn't retraced enough for me to say this is definitely looking for downside. I think that a close here on the day is pretty ugly, but you can even visually see this is pretty much where the dollar consolidated previously. So testing resistance with a higher low, we may see a retest of 109. That's really what catches my eye here. If we see it fall down to where maybe 107, kind of back where Chirpao spoke, that's going to be more of a sign that the dollar is really running out of steam, but we're not quite there yet. This day still has more than enough time to move back up and test the highs or lower into the lows. 4.5 hours is plenty of time to see a chart go either way, and we've been seeing that honestly over the last few weeks. Into these closes, there's a lot of potential for movement and volatility. Something I wanted to look at is the total crypto market cap. This is a little bit nicer than just Bitcoin. Total market cap holding a little stronger. If we look at this chart versus Bitcoin's, we see that kind of resistance level from June, July, about 950 billion. We did lose the 1 trillion, but that 950 billion may be holding support here. We closed below it yesterday. A close back above could be putting us back on track. This definitely isn't the strongest chart pattern I've ever seen in my life or something, but it's looking better than Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is much closer to its July lows, whereas total is really closer to its July highs. So looking to hold resistance as support versus holding previous support, testing it again, weakening it, and potentially looking to break down. So this might have implications for Bitcoin dominance. We may see Bitcoin dominance selling off here. We can look at that. That's actually very likely looking at these charts, just eyeballing it. But I'm digging where total is at. If we look at the day and using Market Cipher B, interesting. This rarely happens. We see that Bitcoin and total typically trend together. Total did not actually move into red territory here. It came just shy of it. It's still in the green. So to me, that is suggesting total a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin. That may mean that alts are seeing a little bit more love. Kind of unexpected for this point in the cycle. I think if we want to be realistic and say the previous cycles, what happened, the last cycle at least, into the bear market, Bitcoin dominance rallied. You know what? Let's pull up Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance rallied. That was kind of our signature. This might be a little much to look at. This is a lot of time, but in 2018, we saw Bitcoin dominance at the top. At the top, January, first month of 2018, Bitcoin dominance hit its low, and it trended back up and consolidated basically until the bear market ended. January 2021, or we can say like very early or very late 2020. But look at this. This is weekly. These are weekly candles, and Bitcoin dominance has not caught bids. It is looking now to retest its low. Looks like early 2022 It's currently at 40%. Our hunch was right. We do have red candles there for dominance. This doesn't fit. This doesn't fit what we would have expected from the previous cycle. I think what is an important thing to keep an eye on is 2020's low, down at 39%. If we see dominance break 39%, I think that's a pretty good argument that the cycle, if it is following through again, that we're still in bull territory. If we see dominance pull up and gain strength, break through 48, 49%, that would mirror what we saw last cycle. As risk appetite dries up, people move out of these kind of more speculative, newer projects, smaller market caps, back into Bitcoin. That's been the signature of the bear market. We don't have that yet. That being said, I do want to point out that this line of thinking has gotten me burned quite a few times. Quite a few times over the last 2 years. Looking for the market cycle to repeat. It hasn't. It hasn't repeated. It hasn't repeated. I don't know what happened. Somehow, like, my sources got all goofed up over the weekend. There, I moved them up. This has gotten me burned. Looking for the last cycle, applying it to this one has got me burned. Definitely not mirroring exactly the last cycle. So this could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Depends how you look at it. Everyone is now looking for a repeat of the previous cycle bear market. They're looking for that 85% retracement from the high. That would put us around critical support for Bitcoin around 10.7K. Everyone's looking for that. Yet everything else in this cycle has not mirrored the last cycle. So it may be bad logic. Maybe bad logic to continue to apply it. We'll find out as time goes on. Too many bear calls at the moment, says Carthago. That is how I'm feeling, honestly. But you guys know, disclaimer if you're new here, I'm a perma bull. Yes, I'm in a short right now. I know price doesn't just go up, but long term, I'm a perma bull. When I see everyone so like one-sided on what's going to happen next, it's hard to believe that it's going to. Bitcoin rarely appeases the masses in both directions, up and down. So it is hard. It is hard to think it's just going to doom drop. With everyone talking about being short, everyone looking for 10K or even lower. I've seen calls down back to 3K. That really wouldn't fit the Bitcoin cycle, knock on wood. That really would not fit anything we've ever seen. I hope that isn't part of the future, but you never know. People keep focusing on the drop from the high, but other percentages are matching up for a bottom. Please tell me more, Mr. O. I'm curious. Expand. It's not happening without a black swan event or CPI keeps going up. Interesting. What's up, 1J? You're here because Tom's honest and you're hungry to trade and improve. You're not here to shill some links. Hey man, I do my share of shilling links because we have sponsors, but yeah, I'll say we are different from other channels in the fact that no matter what, we were never slanging, ICOs or whatever, new projects, IPOs, IDOs, whatever. I work with the platforms that I think are good. And yeah, I'm not shilling you guys my bags or something. I'm just telling you what I see on the chart. And disclaimer, I'm not always right. In fact, I'm wrong a lot. So far, our in-stream trades have been pretty spot on. I'll give ourselves that. But yeah, man, I appreciate you. 1J, I appreciate you. I see you out there. Who else is here? Far back trading spicy. Spices. It is spicy. It is so spicy. The dollar is like keeping us in this like suspense. Like, are you gonna make a move again? You opened the day, like this is where today opened. This week opened for the dollar, and it just shot straight up. Like straight up. The new week started, boom, broke its high. We're at a higher low. We're seeing some weakness on the daily and weekly potentially. The monthly isn't reflecting that at the moment, but man, this is how the highs were in for Bitcoin. This is how the high was in last year for Bitcoin. We were coming off bearish divergence on our highs. Dollar. Oh, this is the wrong one. There we go. Dollar, same thing. We have not broken a higher RSI high on the dollar since what? Back here at 103 in April. We set the highest point in RSI. Our highs in price for the DXY continued up, but RSI did not. That's how you start bearish divergence. That's how you see it slowly spill into, we do see it on the weekly, but not the monthly, but that's how you see it spill into these longer time frames. I don't know. It's going to take a very big, very strong move on the dollar to rid itself of that bearish divergence. I don't know if it has what it takes. We do have an FOMC meeting coming again this month. We did not have one last month. Can't wait for that. I'm going to get that scheduled today. Can't wait for that. And the rhetoric used there is likely going to dictate how the next few months come. If the Fed continues to talk about aggressive rate hikes, low unemployment numbers, we're probably going to see more rate hikes. We're probably going to see the dollar continue higher. We'll see. I didn't find the Jackson Hole, I don't know about you guys, I didn't find that so hawkish. Certainly not as much as I've seen in the news. See like news articles like talking about how it was super hawkish. I don't know about that. That wasn't my take. If anything, it really seemed like they were just exhausted. Maybe they were just done talking about it. I don't know. I didn't take away super hawkish, but maybe just that one line, like the aggressive rate hikes aren't over. Maybe that was it. It didn't seem to have much energy. What's up, Hex Flex? How you doing, man? Sharknado honestly thought DXY was going for 56, but now it looks like he can get a 200. 200, that'd be wild. That'd be an all-time high, I believe. That's aiming far into the future. 121 absolutely on the table, especially with more hawkish talk, especially with really any kind of continued move on the dollar. 121 easy peasy. 165 after that, I don't know. I feel like at 165 the whole world will begin to crumble. We'll see countries defaulting left and right, and what happens when that happens, I don't know. Probably nothing good. Joker's wild, wasn't hawkish. JP looked deflated. Exactly, that was my takeaway. I didn't feel hawkish, I just felt like out of energy. He was very, very monotone. Not a lot of expressions, not a lot of movements. I don't know. Market seems to think otherwise, but Bitcoin into this day and the dollar into this day kind of, again, siding with maybe a little more dovish. Maybe, maybe a hawkish rate hike for this month or next month, September, is already priced in. Who knows? Maybe it'll take even more hawkish talk. Hawk talk. Soul TA, please. We'll see, Sumanth. We'll see. Risky's off. Honestly, that's how I'm feeling, Sharknado. It's like I'm kind of risk off right now. That's why it's curious to me to see dominance dropping, because that implies risk on. I'm risk off. I'm chilling. I've got my USD. I've got my cryptos, my equities, and I'm not really looking to make a move. I'm looking to wait it out. I don't like the uncertainty into the end of this year. We still have Black Friday. We still have big retail days that I think are going to weigh heavily on the Fed. We have big retail days ahead, man. What happens if, Black Friday, if we have these days come around, these big shopping days, and we get low numbers? I don't think anyone's going to care what Powell has to say. If we get crappy numbers on like a Black Friday, I don't think anyone's really going to care about, these rate hikes. I think reality will hit. Let's look at what Market Cypher's got to say on some lower time frames. Looking pretty ugly on the hourly. What about the 5? A little bit more strength, maybe. A little bit more strength on the 5. Nothing too special, though. Same with 15. You have like a little bit of a fleeting strength. Really low time frames, I think, are going to potentially look to test 20,000. Looks like on the dot, 20,035. So far, 30 minutes actually pretty spicy. Wow, nothing good. Nothing good. Into the 3 hour, you have a higher low on your money flow, but you're still in red territory. You're still in very red territory. Let's look at our local retracement. Let's just take it from here to here. That kind of lines up. Lines up pretty good. 20,009. 618. Not a bad target for a short term. No bullish engulf on the 12-hour, but we do have a potential uneven butt cheeks hanging out here. We have a higher low in our momentum. That's been historically a pretty good sign of at least temporary reversal. No bullish divergence on your RSI though. That's unfortunate. Looks like 20.8 to 20.9 looking pretty reasonable. We did get skunked. I'm going to remind everyone of our failures here. We did get skunked on our last stream. We were looking for 23. Didn't get it. Sold off early. So we may not get this retracement, especially if we're going to just fall through. Honestly, at where we are in this moment, I don't know if the Bitcoin chart is really going to give us great signs. I think it really comes down to Papa Dollar. What does Papa Dollar have in store for us? I think that's going to dictate what happens. I hate to say it, because I don't like it. I want a world where Bitcoin dictates everything else, but I'm not sure if we're there yet. All right. RSI is falling down low. Lower low. Okay. Okay, zoomed in. We're super zoomed in here, so don't get too excited. Let's see what's up, super zoomed in. No clean retracement there. May imply we have another high to put in. We'll see. Our 618 here, from our low to our high, pointing 19,860. Really looking to hold 20,000 into today's close. Let's see, that's about 5.5 hours away. Looking to hold 20,000 into the close, because holding that is going to set us up for a strong daily candle, and we need one of those. We haven't had one of those in a while. We've had a lot of weak daily candles. Holding 20,000 will put us in a bullish engulf on the daily, and that's not a bad way to start a move back up. But at the moment, looking at kind of lower time frames, hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, none of them looking particularly bullish for Bitcoin at the moment. I think 618 retrace is probably the likely move. I'd prefer it to happen slower. So even if we do move back to those levels, I'd like to see that not happen into today's close. Into tomorrow, maybe we can see that be a slightly higher low on the daily before moving higher back to this level up here, kind of to 20,001, let's call it 20.8, 20.9. If that happens slower, that would be cool. We could have like hold this into close today, and then tomorrow we can dump down, move back up. This timing here on this move up is certainly not to scale, just kind of an idea, but that would be all right. That'd be all right. I'm really not seeing much that would make me think otherwise. Hourly, even just using RSI, like even just a simple oscillator, it's like this move up was such a push, yet it didn't go anywhere. That's gonna paint bearish divergence on low time frames. We see money flow kind of agreeing, market cipher B agreeing. Yeah, not ideal. All right, that's weird. Let's clean up some of these bots, man. Boom. Is there any chance for a bull run in 2022? Kindly tell us as per your experience. Well, man, I wish I could tell you with certainty. I believe there is. But that's going to be a future where the dollar does top out here. That's likely going to coincide with dovish Fed talk. Maybe with, there's other possibilities too. The Congress in the US could start printing money. Midterms are coming. Good numbers is typically what we look for at primaries. And if Congress says we're going to fire up the money printer, we're going to stop with the rate hikes, the Fed's going to follow. That could put us in the position to see not just crypto, but equities all over the place could do better. It is possible, but I don't have the answer. I hope so. Bitcoin 11K during Mercury retrograde. MC, I'm not a retrograde pro. Can you fill us in? When are we going retrograde? Mr. O, it's altcoin season, so there is a chance. Bitcoin dominance agrees at the moment. We're watching for that to fall out. I'm surprised to see dominance so low. You would expect it to be higher at this moment. Looks like 2019 double bottom pump for a run. That would be cool. That would be cool. I guess the one weariness I have of a 2019 play is 2019 didn't bring us back to a new high, you know. It got us hopeful again, and that would maybe be in line with like a dead cat bounce. But, you know, looking at the previous cycle has gotten me burned over and over again. And so I'm trying to get my mind off of that, but it's hard because how do you... This is my explanation, and I had critics that were, you know, hindsight has proved them right, but critics will, you know, you can't just use the previous cycles. And my argument was, well, what better guide do you have? You know, using the previous cycles as a guide versus using nothing as a guide, you know, which sounds like a better guide. And obviously, I think anything trumps nothing. But that got us into looking for higher targets. That got us into looking for, you know, lows to hold, and hasn't played out. So I don't know. Maybe we could see kind of a 2019 repeat, but this time we do put in a higher high. That's possible. I think that's really going to coincide with what's going on in the rest of the world. I think that's going to have a lot to do with the macro conditions. We'll see. Far back trading, you're right, but wow, things are blah blah. Yeah, dude, I feel that. I feel that. Dixie is diverging on high time frames. Dr. Doc, that's a good, you know, not enough people are looking at that. Of course we are. Of course we're looking at that. We do have pretty heavy bearish divergence on the dollar. I mean, this is the stuff that we ignored. Well, I won't speak for you guys, but I'll be real. This is the stuff that we ignored on Bitcoin on the way up. Was we have bearish divergence on these highs. But we are going to ignore that because Bitcoin isn't done running. Same thing could be happening here with the dollar. This is some pretty hefty bearish divergence. This spans all the way back to April. On the day, 122 days of bearish divergence on new highs. That's what I was saying earlier. The dollar has to not just make a move up, it's got to move up with strength. It needs to blast through 109. It honestly, to get rid of this on the day, I think we would have to see, I mean, I can't give you a time frame of when this would have to happen, but I think we would have to see a very strong move, probably to that 121 area, to pull that RSI up, put a new high in on the daily. That could clear the divergence. But that's a big move, especially for something like the dollar, and the implications of the dollar moving with that kind of strength are very, very far-reaching and very dramatic. Very dramatic, man. It could be chaos for the world. Oh, that's something Mr. O, I'm liking your comments today. That's something is in my head too, is Bitcoin does not like to give people a chance to get back in. That's why I'm thinking this like kind of 10 call or lower than 10 call. I don't know, man. Bitcoin, it does not get in the habit of letting people back in. It's already gone low enough to kind of flush the new people back out. It doesn't mean that 17.5 is the bottom and it's in and we're done. But I think that some of these low calls are getting kind of a little too greedy, a little too overzealous. That's my personal thoughts. A wild world where the euro is at 0.85. Where is the euro? We were looking at the euro for weeks and weeks and weeks. It lost parity. Where is it? Oh, this is Bitcoin euro. That wasn't what I was looking for. Although this is interesting. Maybe we should look at this for a second. Bitcoin euro did sneak past its May low. This isn't the chart I meant to pull up. Your USD, this is the one I meant to pull up. Here we go. Looks like we did get stopped out on our hypothetical trade. Again, a perfect example of why you should never just blindly listen to me. These are just hypotheticals. But the euro not looking super hot here either, man. You got rejected from 1.03. You broke parity again. Slightly lower low. And now you seem to be consolidating below 1. That's not a great place to be. This is not a great place to be. An 85-cent euro. Is that in the future? Well, we definitely have some price points to move through. I could see some support potentially at 91, 92. But yeah, dude, 85 is absolutely on the charts here. You got to go far back for that. Real far back for that. Let's see how far back. 2000. It's interesting. It's interesting because the dollar, this lines up perfect, and it's scary actually. So 85 cents, thanks for throwing that number out. 85-cent euro would be 2000's low. Interesting is 121 on the Dixie, the next upside target we have, if it does muster strength here, that's 2000's high. So that really does line up kind of perfectly. If we see the dollar run to 121, the euro at 85 cents, I mean, that lines up. That's logical. Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. It would be, they both would be testing their respective swing high and swing lows of 2000, and possibly at the exact same time. It's a good thought. I didn't actually put that together, and I appreciate that. Because I didn't put that together myself. Market Cipher B is not showing any kind of goodness, any kind of hope for the euro at the moment, man. That money flow is red. It's setting lower lows. It's setting higher lows. Momentum is stuck on the negative. No signs of relief for the euro yet. Oof, it's ugly. It's ugly. I feel comforted though, because at least Bitcoin isn't the only thing looking ugly. At least we have at least we're not alone in our misery, right? That's right. Let's see, we've got not the best turnout today. It's okay, we've been off for a weekend. I don't know if everyone sees the spice that we see today, but that's okay, because we got like 400 of us out there. Love all of you. We only have 200 likes, guys. Can we get to 420? I know it's going to be hard today. We don't even have 420 viewing. It's going to be rough. But I believe in you. I believe in you. We can do it with your help. Love the music, Ben. You got auto-modded by YouTube, Ben, but right on, dude. All of these songs handpicked by me, by the way. All of them are copyright-free. Handpicked by Crown himself into what is like a 10-hour playlist of music. You watch the euro more than the Dixie, William S. Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. You know, what we just looked at there kind of shows that you can probably look at either. They are moving very inversely. And if 85 cents is our target for the euro and 121 is our target for the dollar, that's likely to happen at the same time, and it would both be retesting 2000's swing low or swing high respectively. So I think that they're both great charts to watch. And I think the real takeaway is there are charts that can be watched that maybe have more value to the asset you're looking at than just the asset's chart itself in a bubble. The music is good. Thank you. You know what? You can't please everyone. That's really how it goes. I just want to make sure that the volume is the music is at a good volume. Can't please everyone. It's just supposed to be quiet in the background, something to listen to. Something to fill the silence. Beautiful Sylv, how are you doing, darling? Smashing those likes and subscribes. I appreciate you. How is there a euro chart before 1999? I don't know. Don't ask me. Carthago with the drop in the knowledge here, man. The euro traded on capital markets before being in circulation. There's your answer. Hey Tom, does the users of YouTube channel still get perks? They never did get perks. I am looking into, because the patron used to be different. We've remodeled the patron now. It's just kind of like a social chill club. I am looking into seeing if I can get it so Discord will automatically give the perks permissions to YouTube members. I'm looking into that. It was never that way though. But I am looking into making that possible now that we've changed the patrons' goals. What's up, Jesse M? How you doing? It's good to see you. Would be nice if we could see the position where you're in front of. Well, I do bring it up every stream. It is the same. I got no issue showing it to you again. No issue bringing it up. There you go. We already went over it, so I'm not going to go over it in depth. You can see we're kind of in no man's land after taking profit at just under 20K. I think it was 19,984. We closed 100 contracts in profit. Now we're just kind of chilling. I speculated about reopening, maybe at 22, the contracts we had closed, but I haven't really decided yet. Haven't figured out. I'm waiting for today's close. I'm waiting on the dollar. Can see it's fighting. It's actually moved lower during this live stream. It's fighting to stay open. Fighting to potentially be, or did it move lower or move higher? Maybe it's moved a little bit higher. Either way, Dollar fighting into this close. 4 hours to go. Pretty much where it opened. Intraday broke its high, moved back down. Now it's looking at flirting with a green candle. Maybe we should actually look at lower time frames on the dollar. Just consolidating, man. Let me grab my go-to B. My go-to. Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate this on the dollar. The hourly looks pretty good. 5 minute looks pretty good. 15 minutes, all right. 30 looking good. Okay. I may be leaning into the bull camp here on Dixie, despite the intraday trading we've seen. We have to look out to like the 3 hour before we start seeing weakness. The 4 hour as well, actually. That might imply what? Like today, you might see a little farther run up. That would line up pretty well with what we plotted out here on low time frames for Bitcoin. But once we get into like that 4 hour plus, it starts to look crappy again. So we could see the dollar take another swing at its high today before moving lower. Maybe we get a bearish divergence in a lower time frame off that high. I don't know. But that would line up pretty well with Bitcoin moving back to 19.8. Praying that it holds 20,000 into this close. Monthly close ahead. Yeah, we are so close to the monthly. We're so close to the monthly. The like dollar and Bitcoin, only two. You know what? I didn't even look at Bitcoin on the monthly. Might as well. I would love to be wrong. Love to be wrong here. So what are we gonna look for? 2 days and 5 hours. 20,000. All roads, man. All roads. Today we're looking for that 20,000 close. And in 2 days, 5 hours, we're looking for that 20,000 close. Kind of repetitive, isn't it? 19,985. Exactly where we took profit. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Exactly where we took profit on our short. 19,985. The monthly level. That actually would be pretty good to close above. If August closes above 19,985, it has intra-month traded bearish engulf. Then bulls came in and said, no, you don't get that close. That would show some kind of strength. Some kind of strength we haven't seen in many months. So that would be a good start. I think the best start is with today's close. Above that, what looks like virtually the exact same level. 2,000 or 20,035. The difference between those two is negligible. It's like a margin of error. Margin of error. There we go. Right there. Pray for support. What's up, Kevin? What's up from Utah Hills? How you doing? Thanks for what you do. Thanks for tuning in, bro. I only do this because of people, people like you out there. Tune in. Coins Chick. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. Hello, hello. Always louder, says Ben. Get a low-tuned corner loading little bump. Get a low-tuned corner loading sub. I don't know what that means, but I like it. I like it, man. Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes. What's Snake Eyes? What else we got going on? I'm going to refresh the chat because it's bogged down. Hexflex gonna flex, I suppose. I mean, that does seem to be his agenda. Hexflex, all about the Hexflex. Hexflex, go get Richard Hart. I gave him an open invitation to come chat with me. I've DM'd him on Twitter. I have. He did respond, but he was in Miami and stuff, and I don't know. Didn't really get a hold of him in the way I would have liked. He did reply, but I think he was a little busy. So Hexflex, you're here flexing the hexen. You got the ins. Go get him. Tell him that he should be on this channel. We'll give him a fair. We'll hear him out. I want to do it. If we spam the chat, the YouTube algo gets to 420. That is true. That is true. That's why we never. That's why we never really like punish unless it's like obnoxious. Unless it's obnoxious spamming. Yeah. Don't punish it too hardly. Amen. Your smile reminds me of Charlie cut from Daredevil. Ooh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. How you doing, Wesley? Nice stream again. Hello from the Netherlands. Hello, Netherlands. Where do we have the spicy playlist? Dude, I don't know how. There's like no way to export it. I wish there was. But this spicy playlist is available every time we go live. There's more incentive to make sure you're subscribed, have the notifications enabled. Hit that bell. But you have to go into your phone and make sure notifications are enabled for YouTube, or else that bell doesn't do anything. It's a hot take. Not everybody knows that. Lots of Dutch people here. Yeah, there are. That's because Dutch are smart people. Hello from Germany. Guten Tag. Ankerpunkt. I love you guys. I go live so randomly. I know. I do. Yeah. We'd probably do better if I kept it a little more consistent. But, you know, when the spice calls, we answer. You can't schedule the spice. I could be more consistent, though. I agree. What's up, Harry? Dusen. Hello from Slovenia. Hello, Slovenia. I don't think Hexflex responded to like my rant about having Richard Hart. He had a lot of interviews. That's not really a response, though. Cisco Kid. What's my opinion on the 420? You know, my opinion is very positive. You guys have to respect your local laws, as always. That's it. My opinion's positive. I need your glasses in your car. Terminator. You know, a lot of celebrities did not age well from the 90s. You know who aged extremely well? The Terminator. It was a good dude then, still is a good dude now. Hard to say about a lot of people. It seems like time has not done them well. Raging A1 chart from Steve. I do have it, but I feel like I need to have Steve here to pull his charts up and have his opinion on them, because he is the master of his own charts, his own domain. Let's see. Dollar is the Ponzu. I mean, true that. Dollar is the ultimate Ponzu. You can always print more dollars. Can't print more Bitcoin, man. That is the ultimate Ponzi. I agree. I feel nervous in dollars because right now my portfolio is technically very much in dollars. I don't like it. That's due to obviously the assets I own going down in value and the dollar's value going up. But it's uncomfortable. I don't like it. I'm very much ready to be out of this stage, but I'm pretty snug where I am at the moment. Pretty snug. Alchemist likes dollars. Wesley, I should try the Dutch song Ik ga zwemmen. Well, the problem with playing music on YouTube in general is that YouTube is very picky. And so I only play what's on those playlists because it's copyright free, and I know it's copyright free. And we don't get too adventurous with music here, because if we play the wrong thing, the stream can get shut down and striked like instantly. I do appreciate the request, though. I do. Bitcoin looks kind of cute. Might pump later. IDK. Crypto Poppy. Arnold himself was a self-made millionaire before his acting career. Dude, he's just like one of the realest dudes. It's hard to name a realer dude than the Schwarzenegger. Like, dude built himself, wasn't a scumbag, and still isn't a scumbag. Still doing the good work. It's pretty sweet. Vornam, when am I coming to Netherlands? Hopefully soon, right? Hopefully soon. I gotta get across the pond, but I've been pretty tethered here lately. Been pretty tethered to my spot here. More from Slovenia. You think now when ETH went over 15, it has pump time? Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. You know what? We can look at Ethereum. I haven't looked at Ethereum at all this episode. But to get to the choppers. Love from Pakistan. Shout out to Pakistan. This is not the chart. This is a very old chart full of way too many lines. Here we go. Here's what we were looking for. Here's what catches my eye. As we had this really speculative head and shoulders and inverse head and shoulders play on FBTC, so Ethereum's value versus Bitcoin, which I think is only going to be more and more in play into these months, especially if we don't see a significant rally on Bitcoin's side. And what's interesting is it is kind of catching resistance. It might have caught support here at 0.072. We don't have confirmation. We don't have a higher high. So I would say at the moment, still following our little path here. But ETH on the dollar is probably what everyone's looking at. Let's take a peek. Boom. Boom, baby. Ethereum looking stronger than Bitcoin. It broke through its May high. Bitcoin did not. And now potentially here at 1420. 1,420. That's right. 420. Let's get to 420 likes. We've got 300 likes. We're still 120 likes away. We can do it. We can do it, I believe. But Ethereum definitely looking stronger here. Holding 1,420 support. That's how I'm going to say it. Nice solid candle like Bitcoin today, but we can see nowhere near its lows. In fact, the value we were watching, July 26th, that low we were watching Bitcoin saying, we have lower RSI. If we bounce from here, we can have bullish divergence, and that can set us up for higher highs. Ethereum respecting its low. Ethereum, at least at the moment, no higher high, but it at least has respected the low here. And it does have bullish divergence. The RSI low is in. RSI low is in. Price was not pulled down lower. Ethereum could be looking better. I don't know. I'm still skeptical on Ethereum's merge. I don't know. It's hard for me to trust the merge, but I do like where it caught support today. I like it so much actually that I'm going to add an alert. If it trades below 1,420, I mean, then you're looking to follow Bitcoin back to, or I guess total. It would be more following total back to July's highs. We found resistance in July and June. That would be my next downside support target. That'd be about 1236. But so far, so good holding support on Ethereum. Looking a little bit better. I will point out, in fairness, I don't like how this is such a V-shaped top up here that is threatening. But the candles don't lie. I mean, you've held support so far. You haven't broken your low. Bitcoin can't make that claim. Bitcoin broke that low. You didn't have it. Bitcoin broke that low. Back here. Did not hold. That's where we were watching. So Ethereum and seemingly the rest of the market, total market cap, although total did break it. Interesting. Very interesting. Total did break it, but it's caught bids. Ethereum actually hasn't even moved back to there. So Ethereum looking at the moment more bullish than total and Bitcoin. That's pretty spicy. That's pretty spicy. That's very spicy, actually. Our call here may be wrong. Although this is what we wanted. We wanted it to hold 20,000 into today's close and then potentially move back to the 19.8 area. Let's see, the dollar has like barely moved since we started. Just pretty bummer territory. Does look kind of like it's flagging maybe. 5 minute now in red money flow. Dude, these time frames just look bad. They just look bad. Nothing really redeeming about them at the moment. I guess a new hourly candle started 15 minutes ago while we were live. I mean, holding anything above 20,000, anything above 20,000 is pretty good right now. I just don't feel like saying 20,000 and 35, but that is the real value, 20,000 and 35. We consolidated there, we moved lower, kind of got bought up, pushed to a higher high. I mean, you hold there and your support's pretty Gucci, but I'm just not seeing the rhyme and reason on the chart at the moment, but the chart doesn't always have the rhyme and reason. You know, charts are better than nothing, right? Using something is better than nothing. But that doesn't guarantee you. It doesn't guarantee anything. It's just an analytical way to look at it. SPY about to go green. All right. Let's see. Ooh. SPY filling its gap. Is it going higher? I do not know, but that is very nice. Looks like it already did fill its gap. There was no higher low. Well, there could be still a higher low in play. We were speculating this. Can go pretty much as low as what? 3888 and still be holding a higher low. Kind of just moving like Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin more exaggerated. More exaggerated, bigger moves. That money flow is not building confidence for me, though. Neither is the VWAP. 12-hour. Kind of looks like crap on low time frames, too. Nice, we're not alone. Really low. Yeah. I don't have super high hopes. Let's see. 50 minutes. We got 50 minutes. Is that it? There's only an hour? Yep, there's only an hour, I guess, left in the trading day for stonks. What kind of Ponzi market do you just like, you're like, nope, no one's allowed to trade. We're gonna all go to bed now. Wrap it up. That's a Ponzi. Real assets trade 24/7. I mean, it filled its gap. It's got an hour to go. I mean, I don't personally, it's definitely possible, but I don't see the S&P 500 like making a big enough move to do anything really today. It would have to move up. I mean, I'm sure it's not a big percent. Well, 3.5% would be a pretty big percent. I don't know if I see it moving up 3.5% today. You do have a gap at 4,220s up here. A higher low play. Break of 4,300. You can see some continuation. We were looking for something like that for potential bullish run on 500. It's not there yet. You do have a higher high. But you just haven't put in your low. You don't have a low to go off of. That would be crazy, though, if into this last hour we saw some significant upside. I'm going to put an alert, because it won't take much. It won't take much. If, like, even this hour moves up a little bit, it'll be spicy enough to look at. That's pretty ugly. That's pretty ugly. Dollar's just not moving. Dollar looks like it wants to close here. What's up? 331 likes. I fear we will not make it to 420 today. It's okay. I fear. 500 votes on our poll. This whole stream, we've been 50-50. I'm going to close that poll up. Close that poll up. 50-50, I'm surprised. It happens. Thanks for your honest opinion and feedback, though. I'm surprised that doesn't give us an edge. I mean, it's like, I guess that would say we're slightly bearish. Ever so slightly. Dixie FOMO. Could be. I mean, realistically, we broke 109.3. We did put in a higher high. I just feel, as I say that, I feel it. That's what I said about 69K with Bitcoin. It's like, well, now we broke 65K. We have a higher high. I don't know. I'm getting deja vu. Nobody wins today. That might be the reality. Might be the reality. Stonks are probably going to rage until next CPI. I hope so, man. I hope so. That gives us a good amount of time to rampage. If stocks rampage, I fully expect Bitcoin to rampage. New York closing their positions. Outflow may give us some liquidity. We'll know in the next 45 minutes, right? Or hour, 45 minutes. I think hour. What's up, Beatnik Classics? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. The descent of Bitcoin will begin in an hour, says Kikawasp. It's not the cat noises. Kisps. Stop shilling Hex. Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't give me an answer. Are you gonna get Richard Hart? Are you gonna use your Hex flexing to get Richard Hart on here or not? Are you gonna help the channel? Because I've tried. You'd love for the crypto market to fall back to yesterday's lows. It's really not a very significant move, man. 3.5%. Not a huge move. Now payments. I don't know what that is, Scalp Slayer. Thanks for the TA. Thanks for being here, your wife's boyfriend. That's a funny name. It's a good name. Are we seeing a pullback anytime soon on Bitcoin? We did this weekend. We had a big pullback this weekend. Dollar showed some strength into today's open. Now kind of showing, I don't know. Closing pretty neutral, maybe slightly down. Not a great sign after tapping your high. After just barely moving your high up. Not a great sign. Let's get these off the day. Not a great sign. Not a huge sign of strength. You can see kind of like doji candle here. Honestly, this morning, we saw the dollar break its high, and I wouldn't have been surprised to see it go on a ripper. Doesn't seem like it has the fuel in the tank, and you know what? You guys pointing out an hour from now, that does look pretty solid. It does look like an interesting time. We have a very clear descending high trend on the 5-minute. We're very zoomed in, guys. None of this is financial advice. We do have a very clear descending high trend. Yes, we might be, and for all purposes at the moment, kind of looks like we have a flat bottom. Not the most bullish thing. But that wick does look like it respected that low, and now it's coiling up. When legacy markets wrap their day up, we could see this just go out the window. As we started with Bitcoin closing above 20,035, which it currently is. It's got 4.5 hours though. It's way too much time to be comfortable. Closes above 20,035. We have bullish engulf on the daily. I think that sets us up for high 20s, 20.8, 20.9. Maybe even back to the consolidation at 21.3. Could be a good setup. I guess my real wandering, my mind goes to who is bullish right here? Who is bullish on this? Anybody? Anybody bullish on this? Because I'll tell you, that does not look like a bullish pattern. Just flat out, just doesn't look like a bullish pattern. You look like you had your ascending wedge or ascending channel, and it broke to the downside as probability would have, said it should or would or was going to. So who's bullish on this? It is technically a higher low. I mean, technically, that's on the monthly. I think in 2 days and 5 hours, closing above 20, things look pretty good. Not amazing. Not like the best ever, but pretty good. You had a bearish engulf on the monthly. It was defended. Even if it closes just slightly above, it's like you invalidated the bearish engulf in the monthly time frame. That's positive. Hopefully you still have this higher low and higher high intact. Doesn't set you up to moon the next day, but it's better than what we've been seeing. So that would be an improvement. This is a hard pattern to trust. Maybe that's why it is bullish. I don't know. Oh, this song. Which jumps in the air. I want you to jump. Man, this was a skunk. I remember we were live then, and Steve was here. Optical Art. Shout out to Optical Art. And we saw this red candle down, and I said, well, I forget like what the preface was, but I was like, well, we have seen this pattern right before significant moves to the downside for pretty much the entire year. That would have been a good quote, because that did bring us down to 19.5. I'm just not seeing the strength here. Not seeing the strength. So far, this is what I'm still seeing. Dollar looking to close red, maybe. S&P 500. 45 minutes to go. It closed its gap. That might be it. That might be it. Whoever was speculating that liquidity might spill into crypto, they might be onto something. I like Ethereum's bounce off 1,420. It's looking solid. Bitcoin dominance dumping. Well, hasn't really done anything significant, but Look at all these weeks of red. I would say this is looking to break up. When you see this many red candles in a row, you're looking for green at some point, but that has been a not so winning mindset over the last, God knows, 12 months. Almost 12 months now. You know, it looks like we did have some subscribers during this live stream that I wasn't alerted of. Zombie Killer. What's up, my dude, if you're still here? Lou, XD. Margarita Rumentekseva. I think that's it. Somehow I think we've only had 3 subscribers in this whole live stream. That's wild. It's wild. You know, it's a spicy day to us, but what is a spicy day to us isn't really a spicy day to most people. So that's understandable. Dragon Mod is subbed when he saw me in Frankie's Discord. Hey, Frankie Candle's a great dude. I got mad respect for him. Good dude. He's doing the good work. He's not shilling S-coins. He's just doing TA. He's doing the good work. So yeah, shout out to Frankie Candles, man. He should be on soon. 2 hours. 420 Blaze It. We're not quite there yet. We have 380 likes. We have 370 watching. We could get to 420 likes with your help. All I'm saying. Just subscribe Jojo Brown. Let's see if it comes up. I don't know. My thingy hasn't been working very well the last few weeks. Well, shout out to Jojo Brown. Regardless. Thank you for subscribing, bro. Thank you for also proving that maybe this alert thing doesn't work very well. Maybe it's broken. I don't know. You can sub Draken Chakraborty. Yes. Would I consider Baby Doge an S-coin? Yeah, probably. I don't even know what it is. So probably. But you know what? To be fair, I consider most things S-coins, so don't take it personally. Teddy Roosevelt, thanks for everything you do. Thank you for being here, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Where do you think this reverses? Well, I'm hoping before the daily close above 2,035. But if not, this is like kind of the move I'm looking for. I was really hoping that this doesn't come. I was really hoping this doesn't come until the daily had already closed. But it is looking like it's going, isn't it? Time is telling us in real time. We have 400 likes now. We only need 20 more. A meager 20 thumbs ups. You guys can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Where's Gina? I don't know. I miss her. I haven't seen her. Haven't seen her, man. Hopefully, wherever she is, she's doing great. Wish her nothing but the best of everything this world has to offer. Pump the likes. That's right. Renee Silva, my man. Could we go back to 17.5? Of course we could. We could go to 17.2. We could test the actual monthly level. We came just shy. Check the 1 hour, says Chris Sinclair. Sure. I don't know if I'm seeing what you're seeing. What are you seeing, Sinclair? I'm seeing not much. Just 3 red candles. 30 minutes to go. Only 4 likes away. We can do it right now. We have 416 likes. Come on. Smash them. Let's get 420. We can all blaze it. We can all have a great day. We can keep our 420 license for another day. Let's close it up. There it is. 420. There it is. Boom. Done. I'm feeling generous today. I'm feeling generous. You guys were generous with your likes. So I'm going to be generous with these bad boys. I'm going to go broke. I'm going to go broke ripping these memberships off. But here we go. Let's see who wins. Make sure you're liked and subscribed because memberships are going out. There we go. There they go. Max Green subscribed. There it is. Max Green, shout out. Renan, Dolabella, Running Owl, welcome. Thank you. I don't know if it announced you, but now it shows that people subscribed. Here go the memberships. Who's going to be our lucky winners? I do not know because YouTube picks them. I have no control over these. I guess, is it gonna tell us? I don't know if it's gonna tell us. Maybe my card, maybe it declined me. Maybe it's like, you're giving away too many memberships, bud. Didn't like that. I still don't see it. My side has not been working well today. Devil's lettuce, baby. The devil's lettuce. Congrats to our winners. I don't know who won. It legit just isn't telling me. Wait, now I'm seeing them in real time. Here we go. We've got people who are ready. Rob's ready. Rob, congrats, my friend. Congrats. I guess we're going to learn one at a time. Oh, now saying them in chat. Rob, Mavo. Congrats, Mavo. I'm going to turn the alert box off so it doesn't do all 5 of them in a row. Mavo. Yeah, I did. Calvin Katiogan. Gifted membership. And gifted. Crypto Chick. Gifted. Congrats to our winners, man. Congrats. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I love doing that. It's fun. I don't get to pick. It just goes out randomly. The only thing YouTube says is like people who are active in your live streams are more likely to get them. That's all it says. It's like the more they engage, the more likely they are to get them. But I can't pick them. I mean, you guys can even look for yourselves. If you go to where the super chat button is, it's like membership gifting. No one else has ever done it. I'm the only one on our channel who's done it. Hint, hint, cough, cough. Feel free to. But it's good. It's fun. I like doing it. I don't know. I have to pay for them. Of course, I get like some of that money back because it goes to like the memberships, but like YouTube takes a cut. So basically, I donate to YouTube every time I do it. But I think it's fun. So whatever. We'll continue doing it as long as you guys like it. Rajesh Prabhu subscribed. Welcome, friend. It's good to have you. It's good to have you. We've been live 77 minutes. We got 420 likes. Mr. Ragsdale is here. Mr. Jeremiah Ragsdale. You guys go check out Mr. Ragsdale. I don't know if you're still doing these lives all the time, but go check him out. He does good stuff. A very talented musician. Here's his channel link. There you go. Go subscribe to him. He does live stream and music requests. It's kind of like a crypto speakeasy. It's a little secret. We're trying to make less of a secret. Congrats, everyone. That's right. We hit 420 likes. That's the life, man. That's the life. Life don't get much better than that. It's good. It's good. It's good. Bitcoin has not been so spicy. I was expecting more of a spice today. The dollar really shook us up early. There's like what, an hour until traditional markets close. That's probably when we'll see the move. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna make it another hour. Unfortunately, I just don't think I can make it another hour. We've already been on 78 minutes, 80 minutes. I don't even know. Bitcoin, it's just been in this very tight. Put a trend line. Very tight, descending trend. It continues it. Remember to join our Discord. I haven't even talked about it once this episode. Join our Discord. Dang, I've been doing you guys a disservice. Jump in the Discord. It's free. All you have to do is verify once you join by clicking the green checkmark emoji. And you will be part of the post-live stream airdrop. You'll get some free Satoshis. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter. Why? Because I make funny tweets. I make funny tweets. I make good tweets. And funny tweets. Whoa, this shouldn't have opened. But it's worth it. I promise. It's worth it. Yeah. Yeah. That's all you have to do is jump in the Discord. Dollar is resting. It is resting. You just bitch on Twitter? Yes. Pretty much same, but like... But I do some good posts. Do some good posts. We're still short. We closed a lot of our short, yesterday, but we're still short. Tom Cruise around. I love you, bro. I love you too, bro. I love you all. You're all like, I wouldn't be here without you guys. That's what's important. It's like, I wouldn't be here doing this if you guys weren't here every day. And I appreciate you. I do. Hopefully you know that. Thank you guys. You're making me blush. You're making me blush. Bet against the dollar, your own risk. True that. Dollar's a beast, man. It's been a beast. I would stream for no one. Well, at one point I did, but I don't think I can go back to there. I don't think I can go back to those days of streaming for no one. But what I can do is wish everyone the spiciest of evenings or mornings, depending on where you are. We got 420 likes. So go forth in 420, everyone. Jump on the Discord. Shout out to our sponsors, Bybit, Market Cipher, and Femex. Links in the video description below. Use my links. You guys are going to be using these things anyway. Use my links. It helps me out. Makes me look good. We'll be live again. Probably tomorrow. Soon. When the spice hits. And I hope you guys are there. Last call for the Discord. Love you, fam. Watch the dollar today. Watch for traditional markets closing up here soon, and hopefully we get a spicy move. If it's super spicy, we'll be live again. That is all. Crown out.